the meat.
Time.
Space.
Space.
Reality. You got to get really breathy on that last one. And then you got to be like, what if?
If.
They're like, we need you to go up a little more on the F, Jeffrey.
Like there's a question mark at the end, but there's not after several periods.
Like you're not actually asking the question anymore. It's what if? It's over.
I wonder how many takes there was of that line.
A lot. I bet there was a lot.
What if?
What if? And they're like, no.
What if?
He's like, I'm still getting to know this character. I'm still coming off Westworld. Sorry. It's over. What if? Season 3. We'll just jump right in.
It's over.
Disney Plus did it. I liked the Christmas event coming back. It was fun just to have that. Carrie was like trying to watch a 2020, and she's like, I can't even get a new 2020. And like I got 8 new episodes of something during Christmas.
Day after day after day after day.
So I like the model. Yeah,
I love that. Keep them coming back.
And so no shame on the model at all. So yeah, keep that going. But talking about the TV show, this is it. Spoiler alert for the finale. What if Watchers versus what are they called? The Exiles is what I read this group of heroes is with Peggy Carter, but the Exile Watchers mega fight, the biggest, grandiose in terms of just like space and time and fighting kind of in a void. This is like, peak MCU types of that type of fighting style. Did we get all these cameos that I predicted? Not really, but kind of in the credits.
Yeah.
So there's a wrap up here. There's a story here. I mean, I watched this 10 minutes ago. How about you, Scotty? You watched it this morning.
It was just a few minutes ago as well.
Awesome. So it's fresh.
Yeah. Right in there.
What are you feeling? What emotions are you feeling coming right off of the cuff? And then we'll get into the story and talk about it. But if you just watch this too, you're also just like us. You're processing, you're feeling. What is it?
Yeah, I mean it's a little, you feel a little empty afterwards. Like, man, that was so awesome, but what's next?
Right. Yeah. And I agree. And I want to hear from other people. The internet chatter is hot on this one, and we got some help from Screen Rant. We got some help from Collider. You're going to hear from some tweets here that I've just been off X from some folks online that have been talking about it and helping us out with like who were all the cameos that they showed in the end via like paintings, the art style at the credits. We're going to give that all to you. So thanks for coming back to Mostly Superheroes indie podcast here in St. Louis. It's been a real joy doing this what if project this week, to where we've pushed ourselves to do stuff each day and get it out quickly and make it look better, sound better, and just get you to the point. So hope you're appreciating it out there. This was fun for us. Thanks Marvel Studios for doing this kind of Christmas tradition. I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen in 2025. You got to do some kind of Christmas release again. Maybe that's like an opportunity for X-Men 97 season 2 or something.
Yeah. Or when is Marvel Zombies supposed to come out?
Right. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's like, this is kind of like, hey, Marvel Animation's kind of claimed Christmas week. And I want to know the viewership too. Maybe we'll try to pull that in. It's going to be interesting to see like how quickly they can get some turnarounds on how many people watched this over the holidays. I know that they were saying there were, they always say we're breaking records. We got these high numbers, but maybe we can try to hone in today. So maybe let's just hear from a few folks online, just some of the things that I bookmarked online that I thought was cool on X. Jenna Anderson, it's Jenna Lynn. She's on the Face Hero podcast. She said, I am unashamed to admit that I would buy this foosball table. Obviously, hashtag what if. I mean,
same.
With every character, including Infinity Ultron, which sparked like that genius idea in the episode before this one. So thanks, Jenna Lynn, for that one. And then getting into some spoilers, we said that spoiler alert. Looking at the story, there's this major sacrifice apparently where Captain Carter dives her body into the Watchers and wins. But dies essentially and becomes like part of the universe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They kind of left it open.
They did kind of leave it open. So let's actually just get to the story, and we'll bring in some more tweets toward the end. So like this picked up right where the last one left. The Watcher, we get the Watcher's origin story though for the first time.
Uatu.
Uatu, like, hey, it's your first day at Watchertown. These are the steps we walk down. Here's the multiverse. Like, kind of like a glimpse of the multiverse as it looks in like Loki season 2 after, he does his thing. It gets like this tree of multiverse. And maybe at that time, actually, it was just more of a blob because that would be like pre Loki,
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
Watcher first got hired. So the more I think about it, it was kind of just a blob of multiverse. But it's him taking his oath for the first time that, like, I'll always watch, I'll never intervene, and that's, like, the 2 storylines that are, against each other in this. Uatu thinks that, like, it's okay to meddle and, like, see the story, get involved. These watchers, with no comic book experience at all from my side, like, these are just 3 overwatching beings that are, like, on the 5th dimension of all that exists, and they literally just watch, and that's all they do. Like, they're like, all we do is watch, we take it in, we don't get involved. The only thing that's weird is they come from like this great power that we like learn about whenever Uatu breaks his oath, recruits Peggy Carter, and then Peggy Carter, tries to rescue him. So they're both there now, locked up by these watchers. And then in comes Infinity Ultron with Birdie and Storm and Kahari,
Oh yeah, Kahori. Yeah.
Kohori. And here they come to like, oh, we can. It actually looks like for a minute, like, okay, Age of Ult or Infinity Ultron has them at bay with his powers. Get on the ship, fly out of here. But then this is when the Watchers really reveal like their true power. Like they are kind of like
Yeah.
limitless in power. They stop Ultron, they stop the ship, they just crumble it, and then they're just kind of forcing all of these guys' bodies up against a cliff. And it's like this is going to be over in 2 seconds until Uatu, our Watcher, turns the crew into Watchers.
Yeah, has them take the oath right there. Just say these words, repeat these words,
I love
and you guys can watch right along with me.
I love whenever like you can get like powers or something like that just from like a simple speech. Like you just have to say the
Yeah.
it
I
remind
mean, did you try saying the oath?
right, did you say the oath? Because you could just become a Watcher kind of willy-nilly. But he had to do something. He was kind of like, all right, now I'll now I'll give you the
Yeah.
and they, guess what? Storm's like, you guys been jealous of my eye glow since I got here? Because she always had it. Now they all have eye glow. They're all Watchers. They're super powered up. Her shield's fixed. Birdie's
Oh
got
yeah.
Birdie's got like metal looking wings now.
And if Mjolnir wasn't already powerful enough,
I mean, this is
now,
cool.
now it's Watcher Mjolnir.
Yes, I saw someone like tweet that like in the comics, Storm's mom was like a sorceress supreme at maybe in one line of something to where she has like this magic in her, but she also is mostly, as he put it, atmo kinetic, which is like she controls the weather mostly. And then she gets Mjolnir, and then she gets like Watcher powers. I mean, she's so fired up. I was like, man, you're not gonna be able to stop
Yeah.
this one.
She's juiced.
And yeah, I mean, this is an epic. This is where the fight scene goes down. This is most of the episode, honestly. Like just grandiose fighting, power blasting. What can everybody do? How big and cosmic can this get? I was there for it, seeing how Mjolnir would kind of go against these things. These guys, these Watchers, like they put on their fighting suits. They put on kind of like Eternal and Doctor Strange looking magic over their hands. Like it was cool to like think about
Yeah.
how big these guys are, and like I was like, man, I just want to know more about all of that. But it's a very grounded story where they just fight kind of in this space. They're gonna lose, and then we get this awesome scene of the Watchers saying, all right, you know what, we're done messing around, we're gonna spin into each other and really do it big and delete all of your multiverse versions. Everywhere you've ever existed will erase you from everywhere and you'll never exist. And one by one, they like show these characters with different versions of themselves popping out like of the back of their bodies as like Marty McFly style, hand disappearing, Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
It's like they're literally disappearing right now. But
Starting to crumble.
but there are other versions of themselves. There was like an apocalypse Kahori in there.
Yeah, I saw like I think it was a saber-tooth storm.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like you didn't know that you needed to see that until like you start seeing it on screen and you're like, "Whoa, whoa,
Right.
whoa, tell me everything." And then Peggy makes the ultimate sacrifice. She gets the juice, goes right into the Watchers, stops apparently what was happening, and like in her last move was able to teleport them to that Doctor Strange Reborn universe. They get him there, and in this universe, Doctor Strange has all power, right? And he's like up in the stars at this point, and the Watchers don't have any power. So they lose. Peggy Carter's died. All the new Watchers, the exiles, if you will, are there with Uatu and these Watchers, and the Watcher and Uatu have this deep conversation about like, you always thought you needed to watch, but you really needed to see and be a part of the story. Like watching does no good. You got to get involved essentially.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, Disney fans, Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic, an action-packed extravaganza featuring Disney's Moana, Frozen, Coco, and Beauty and the Beast, with other beloved Disney characters. This January 30th through February 2nd at Enterprise Center. Get your tickets now at DisneyOnIce.com. Mostly Superheroes and Insight Rocks want to send you to the show. You could win a 4-pack of tickets for opening night on January 30th, 2025. Enter to win at mostlysuperheroes.com/contests. Must be 18 years of age to enter. Terms and conditions do apply. Winners will be contacted directly, announced on the podcast, our social media channels at Mostly Superheroes. Again, win a 4-pack of tickets January 30th for Disney on Ice Into the Magic. Enter at mostlysuperheroes.com/contests. Hey squad, Logan here from Mostly Superheroes, wanting to talk to you today about some real life heroes. Team Jakey, headquartered here in St. Louis, Missouri. They're turning the tragedy of losing their beloved Jake Zeller into life-changing action. Not just by making a difference, but by saving lives. Team Jakey supports both the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and Provident Behavioral Health here in St. Louis. Join us at their annual Gentleman Jake Memorial Cornhole Tournament. It's more than just a game. It's a community coming together to lift each other up with some of the world's best prizes. If you're feeling down or know someone who is, Team Jakey's here with a message of hope. Reach out by calling 988. You can also visit www.afsp.org or text TALK to 741-741. You're not alone, and there's always a way forward. Someone's waiting for your call or text message. Search for Team Jakey on Facebook and learn more at www.mostlysuperheroes.com/give. Every bit helps, and together, we can make a difference. And then he's like, I'm still the Watcher, and I'll still be watching, and there's still all these infinite new realities, and like run the credits, and like shout out to this channel that pulled all these out for us, Studios Now. This is on X at S_wafer or Waffer, WAFFER, S_WAFFER.
Yeah, I got them all right here on Screen Rant as well.
Screen Rant, thanks for the help. Good. Well, we can check our list, make sure we don't miss any. Let's just go one by one. What is this Spider-Man with like
That's the 6-arm Spider-Man.
He's got the multiple arms.
Yes.
We got Ghost Rider Samurai.
Yeah, Ghost Ronin.
I'm so glad you know the actual names.
Yeah.
That's Hulk Supreme.
That's the Maestro. Maestro Sorcerer Hulk right there.
He looks like Hulk Sorcerer Supreme. And let me click into this. They're all here. Here we go. Wolverine Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos Farine.
Like he's really like he's got like the gear on too. Like they like put him through like the experiment and everything.
Yeah. Some sort of Star-Lord
of the 10 rings.
Yeah.
Oh, and also with like the melting stick from Thor Ragnarok, maybe?
That's what it looks like, maybe, yeah.
Is this like Star-Lord Grandmaster 10 Rings?
Shang-Chi Star-Lord.
Oh, and wait, I'm looking at...
That's Kingo Iron Man right there.
That's Kingo Iron Man. Okay, and then what's this Vision?
Ultron. Like some sort of...
Moon Knight. It's Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Moon Knight Ultron. Or Vision.
It's the thing I got here says Moon Knight Blade Vision.
Oh, Moon Knight Blade Vision.
No, I don't know that that's Vision at all.
But look, maybe it might just be Ultron.
I think it's just the tone. They used. I think that's just Moon Knight Blade.
Okay, and then is this Jubilee?
It looks like a Silver Surfer Jubilee.
Oh, a Silver Surfer Jubilee. All right.
This says Dazzler Silver Surfer. I don't think that's right. That's definitely Jubilee.
What about this Howard the Duck?
Howard the Duck, Scarlet Witch.
It is the Scarlet Witch. Okay.
Scarlet Wizard, maybe.
We already saw this one. Who is this? Is that
That's Hella. That's Kid Hella.
Kid Hella? Oh man.
We
Scroll
got Skrull Captain America.
Scroll Captain America. Peggy Carter?
No, that's definitely Dane Whitman and Circe.
Oh my gosh, she's in her Eternal gear. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool. And then like Viking Scarlet Witch, like
I don't, that might be like a snowbird. I don't know. Hold on, let me see. White Witch, Zatanna, and Scarlet Witch mashup.
oh my gosh.
It could be some sort of nod to DC Comics. It looks like I don't know how accurate that is.
That would be
I
awesome.
think that one we might need some notes from the artists on that one.
What about this Gamora? Bride Gamora?
Yeah, that's some sort of Gamora.
All right,
Let's see if
what
they
else?
got
All
that
right,
in here.
that's all I got from this account. I appreciate it. Studios now S_wafer and Screen Rant. Any others, Scott?
Yeah, there was a couple. There was a Punisher Ironheart in there
Wow.
as well. Witch Gamora is what this has got. Let's see.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh, there was a Wasp Miss Marvel.
Yes, and I'm on that Screen Rant now.
Okay, yeah,
Nice.
there you go.
Okay, nice. Okay,
There's a Demon Hawkeye in there.
a Doctor Strange variant, a Nova Centurion, Carol Danvers.
There was a Deadpool that was all
Oh yeah, the
decked
Deadpool.
out with a bunch of guns.
Sheriff Loki, dude.
There's a classic Lady Loki. I think that's all I got.
All right, so those were all the art cameos in the end. Just like cool to see the different variants. It just kind of gets your mind running. And then in the story, they did have like a couple like name drops. Like the Watcher said he did like help. He's like, I saved a Reed Richards and Madison with two Y's and one N
Y's, two N's
from She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and their names again were the Eminence, Incarnate, and Executioner. You know, they believed they had no choice but to break out and destroy Uatu and the Guardians because of all the mess they were making, but they obviously regretted that. So the show is ended. We get like this these fun cameo artist renderings, but then it's like the end.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know, felt a little I don't know, left me wanting a little more. Like, what are we doing here? What's the plan? You know, are they going to wait a day or two and then tell us like, hey, this is what we're going to change to? It's not going to be What If anymore. We're going to change it to, you know, Guardians of the Multiverse, or, you know, a lot of people I'm seeing Exiles, which it would make sense, but is a little strange. Exiles is typically an X-Men team
Yeah.
throughout the multiverse, but I could see them just rolling with it.
Yeah, that's where I was landing too. Is like what does happen from here? Because I want to see this What If show come back no matter what. And Carrie had a good point when we got done. Is like, you know, they did achieve a lot. Like they did do a lot of like OG look backs at what if scenarios for like movies you've seen. They did brand new characters that like were born out of this show, and then they did like this overarching storyline with like trying to do something with like the Watchers. So like I think you could do it again and totally just pick up like where you left off. You kind of left all these characters in a place where it could continue and new threats emerge. And like, especially now that you've like set them up to be like, we do intervene.
Right.
Well, now you are kind of like, it's kind of like, it could be like a Guardians of the Galaxy type, like anthology series where it's kind of mission of the week, or even like a bigger bad that's like doing a lot of multiversal stuff. And like, you could bring in like the TBA, like there's so much there now. So I hope they do not end it. I hope it's. I mean, I had so much fun. I know that the show gets a lot of flack too. There's a lot of hate online just for like saying the story's not as deep as they'd like it to be. You kind of mentioned like feeling that empty feeling at the end, and I kind of felt that too, where it's like it was really good. It's over. What like I feel like maybe like a second round of this like 3-season arc. Just do it, and like this time I would just say push it, because that's what I think I was like lacking. Like I just wanted the story to be pushed a little more. the stakes were cool, but they weren't like, what were the stakes, in this. If one team would have lost, you're kind of like, okay. And I care about these characters, so I did. I felt like it was okay. My rating's gonna fall like, it's like it could have been better, but I also like I give it a lot of credit because it's really good. It's a nice style. They put together a story. They stuck to the themes that they stuck to. They built it around like all these characters and like also Kahori and Birdie, like and Captain Carter, the Storm, like bring all these into the live action even and start doing like maybe like a Marvel spotlight like you did with Echo. Like let's get like a Kahori show now or something, but
Yeah, I think that's definitely the goal here. We did get to see a live action Peggy Carter, Captain Carter. And I think we will absolutely see Kahori somewhere in the MCU live action
a-
eventually.
and Birdie, Natasha Leon.
Yeah.
I mean, she's ready now. Like you're in the MCU. Let's go. That'd be a fun show.
Oh, for sure.
So they did it, you know.
They did it.
It was
It's
fun.
just yeah, what's after this? I mean,
What's that? We want more. We like it.
yeah.
It's a
I
good.
mean, no more what if. How about a what is?
Yeah. Yeah. At least like we're it's only December 29th. We're not done with like the holiday week yet. So
Yeah, maybe they give it a couple of days to let everybody catch up.
eh, p-
A lot of people might wait till it's over to binge. I've saw several people like, oh, I haven't watched it yet. I'm
yeah.
waiting for all the episodes to drop.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about it, we really have got. I mean, there's what 8 episodes a season. We've got 24 basically backdoor pilots
That's what they
that
did.
they could just write their own shows. And they're spinning off the zombies. They hit that one, but they could go back and look at what their most popular episodes are and make a short series arc
Yeah.
and elaborate on those planets, on those worlds, on those characters.
Yeah, they did prove too that they could do like any genre. Like they that's why the gaps were so big. You're totally right. Like, hey, this is our opportunity to flex. Like, how could we do a western? How could we do like a space opera? How could we do like a a thriller? Like, like
Yeah.
they did all these different kind of themes. So like that's
Right,
what
yeah. Here's old Hollywood, here's
yeah.
here's this, here's that. We'll go all over the map and we'll see what sticks.
Yeah, and I go back to what I originally said. Like this was this show is such a big thing to bite off once you like take it on because it's just like it becomes like holy cow, we can go any direction, and that can
Mhm.
probably be pretty paralyzing because then it becomes like, well, what is the direction? So
Yeah.
this is a tough show. It's not like a Daredevil show where it's like this is Daredevil like in New York. No, this is what if 1 minute you're on Asgard, 1 minute you're in the fifth dimension. You had what do we do with that? I think they did a great job bringing back the old stuff, showing you some new stuff, and practicing for more Marvel content in the future. And I think it's an exciting time too with like the DCU animated stuff coming out and seeing like the different strategies that are at play with DC and MCU that like everything that comes out of What If, you're right. The data that'll come out of it, like what people liked and the storytelling style, I think will totally feed into the movies to the just like when X-Men 97 came out and we were like, hey, pay attention to how they wrote like these arcs, like the way that they could build, get real great, have all these characters. That's a good thing. Like that's a good movie.
Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
these are pretty much micro movies, even. You said show pilots. It could be a TV show. You could do a whole movie where like these characters come back and people would watch it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they've Disney Plus and Marvel, they have the data on what episodes people are going back and rewatching
Yeah.
over and over and over. And they decide, oh look, the episode where Black Panther becomes Star Lord is super popular. They're watching it over and over and over again. Let's go back to that world.
People can't stop watching Howard the Duck and Darcy, so now there's a full season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd watch that.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's like WandaVision style, but it's just those two. Like
Yeah.
so yeah, that's an idea. I mean, The Mandalorian did that, right? Like, oh, you love this TV show, let's do a big movie. Like I say like do a big movie even. It doesn't have to be a new TV show. It could be just like keep it simple. Bring these things
Yeah.
back and like make them like maybe face off in the live action. That'd be like an event, you
Yeah,
know.
or a Marvel feature like they did with Werewolf by Night. They were like, "Hey, you guys really liked this world we visited. Here's an hour and 10 minutes
Oh,
Marvel feature."
that'd be great. We would all be into that. And then also I would say don't be scared to just drop these people in to the live action whenever you want. Like, I would say, like, who cares? If it's a multiverse story or if they get, like, real crazy with Secret Wars, like, who knows who could show up from different worlds,
Oh yeah, I'm 100% Secret Wars. We're getting Birdie, we're getting Kahori,
right?
we're getting Storm with a Mjolnir.
Oh, man. That would be awesome. Like, and Thor and her, like, meet, and it could be, like, this thing.
Yeah, a lot of these characters, I bet we'll see from What If in Secret Wars.
Well, man, I loved it. Looking back at the Mech Avengers, like that was awesome. I really enjoyed the Howard the Duck episode, even though that the parent part was cheesy. The rest of that episode was just insanely fun, and then a grandiose big fight. So, I guess I'll go and give my rating. I guess for the season finale, What If season 3, I'll throw it a 3.5
Wow.
out of
Yeah.
4.0. How about you, Scotty?
Season finale, I'd probably go a 3.7, and I think this was a great season. I think it was probably not as good as season 1, but better than season 2. For the season as a whole, I'd probably give it a 3.8
Out of 4.0, and I
out of
will
4.0.
I will give it the season 3. Totally, it's good to rate each one. I would go season 1 was a 4.0. Like,
Yeah.
it was perfect. Like that Infinity Ultron, like in the build up, and like, oh, he arrives, and then the whole episode just to him demolishing the universe. You're seeing like every universe. I mean, it was awesome. Season 2, I was like, okay. I mean, I give that a 3.4.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And then season 3, overall, I give it a 3.5
Nice.
out of 4.0, of course. Man, What If? That was fun. 3 years of that show. That was pretty awesome. 24 episodes. They are good to go back and rewatch. And we'll keep you posted. Now we're just, what's next for Marvel? What are we counting down to next? It's going to be Captain America, Brave New World. Actually, your
Spider-Man.
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man animated project in like February.
January. I think it's January.
I think it is January.
Late January, and then February, was it mid-February for Cap?
And mid-February for Cap. And watch for the details on the screen and social for Captain America Brave New World. See the movie with us and get more for your movie ticket. Check that out at mostlysuperheroes.com/events. Scotty Scoop, final thoughts on What If before we say goodbye and we do this one last time, and then we'll take a little breather until after the new year.
Yeah, this is definitely going to get a rewatch from me eventually, and I may just go in and maybe rank some episodes, top 10 episodes
Yeah, that'd be fun just to get the list
out of
out
the
there.
whole series. Yeah.
And we could put out a nice graphic to just have all the episodes in one place, but like we'll put them in our order of what we like the most. And maybe we'll even do something with like season by season to do like our little tribute to What If, with the Mostly Superheroes look back at the shows. We'll give you guys some nice stuff to look at along with the podcast. It'll all be up on the website and our socials at Mostly Superheroes. And yeah, that's a good idea. We'll definitely do that.
Can't wait to see what's next.
Same, man. All right. In the meantime, keep watching Skeleton Crew and Creature Commandos, and I'll see you next year in 2025. As Carrie has said,
Wow.
the actual future. Like we're in 2025. Why?
A quarter of a century into the 2000s.
Here we go. It's gonna be a great year. We're gonna make it great. All right, man. I'll say that's it. That's all we have. That's it. It's over.
That's it. It's over.
Roadhouse.
That's a 2024 Roadhouse right there.
That's the last Roadhouse of 2024. Mostly Superheroes is proud to be funded in part by our sponsors. Mostly Superheroes is funded in part by paying patrons who receive early, ad-free, and exclusive episodes. Subscribe at mostlysuperheroes.com/support. Thank you for supporting your favorite independent podcast. Mostly Superheroes is an independent podcast owned and operated by Carrogan Ventures in St. Louis, Missouri. Hosted by Logan Janis, Andy Hunn, and Scott Swearingen. Brand and creative by Carrie Clark Design. Music by Audionautics. Learn more at audionautics.com. Find more at mostlysuperheroes.com.